here's the next slide. So my name is Slim Kasraoui. I'm the education manager at Social Hackers Academy.
I'm Demian Vavanos, co-founder and general manager of Social Hackers Academy. And unfortunately, here we have Hanan, who is our lovely employability manager. We should have Ayed. Ayed, want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Demian. Well, no problem. I thought at first Hanan was going to join us, so I didn't even pay any much attention to it. My name is Ayed Boukhai. I'm from Tunisia, and I've joined SHA as a tech instructor, and I'm gonna be responsible for the blockchain career track course. So I'm a blockchain developer, if I didn't say so. I don't know. And of that, welcome everyone, and hope you all have a great time. Yeah.
Thank you, Ayed.
So class starts on November 14th. Really looking forward. It's the first time we run our blockchain course, and we are really, really excited. We have created something very good for you guys and girls, and we hope you'll enjoy. So you're going to, yes, it's the blockchain development career track. It's 6 months, let's say the theoretical part, which is not that much theory, and then the final project. Learning primarily happens between 5 and 9 o'clock, but we'll speak more about that later. And we provide scholarships to people who are refugees, asylum seekers, and residents of Greece from rural areas.
Yes, and just one small clarification. So the class starts on November 14th. This is the date of the starting of the pre-course, but the career track itself will start on the 5th of December. And here we are covering the important dates. So the day you apply, you can go ahead and start doing the pre-course, and it's on a first come first served basis. So we invite you to start right away and try to finish it as fast as you can. Then today is our info session. The start of the pre-course together with your future classmates and the support of your team is on the 14th. But as we said, you can start right away. The last day to finish the pre-course is the 25th of November. 1st of December is the last day to finalize the payment, especially this is for people who are not eligible for the scholarship. And the first day of the career track will be on the 5th of December. So we have a holistic approach to employment. So the career track is split into sections. The technical one will be about HTML and CSS basics, then JavaScript for the 2.5 first month. Then the front end section will be during until the half of the front end section will be until the end of the 4th month. Then we will have 2 months dedicated for the blockchain and 1 month for the final project. And in the meanwhile, we have the employability track, and Hanan, that we mentioned at the beginning of the slides, will be the manager of the employability team. So alongside with the technical part, we will have workshops and sessions with the employability team to sharpen your soft skills like time management, effective communication, to work on your CVs, LinkedIn profile, GitHub, and all the best practices. Then during the final project, you will start working on the industry mindset and behavioral interviews and working on your digital footprint. And after graduation, you will be having mock interviews. The employability employability team will support you through your job search and provide you with some technical roadmaps, and you will have a technical career advisory. Yeah. So what you will learn during the 6 months, which are not really theoretical because it's hands-on. You will have projects, assignments, and so on. So during the HTML and CSS, you will learn about tables, forms, medias, box models, positioning, flexbox, grid, some CSS frameworks, animations, and SAS. In the JavaScript section, you will learn the basic and fundamentals, the DOM manipulation, events, asynchronous JavaScript, interacting with APIs, and many other concepts that we couldn't make fit into this slide, like closure, high-order functions, and so on. And during the blockchain section, you will learn what's exactly blockchain and how they work, the blockchain types and blocks, the consensus mechanisms, types, blockchain use cases, the tokens and token types and standards. You will learn about transactions and gas fees. You will learn the Solidity programming language for writing your own smart contracts, and you will be able by the end of the career track to create your own DApp, which is decentralized application. You are muted, Damien.
Sorry. So the total hours of learning will be 112 hours of live classes, which are, of course, recorded. So you can watch them on demand. You can watch them whenever you are able to do it. But we always suggest, if possible, to participate in the live classes. It always helps if you can do that. Then we have a minimum of 70 hours of pair programming, where essentially we match you with one of your fellow students and you collaborate, you work and learn together as a pair. This is also a very important skill to develop for when you actually go and get the job. Then we have over 84 hours of employability skills, which is very, very important. This is what differentiates our learning approach to other, let's say, similar boot camps, which is our focus in employability. We pay a lot of attention to it, and we expect you also to understand that it takes a long time. It takes a long time. You need to develop your skills, and yeah. And then we have around 560 hours of guided learning. So this might look like a lot, and it kind of is, but this is what we think is the best way for you to get employed in the tech industry.
Thank you, Damien. So when will the live classes take place? So this schedule that you are seeing right now is how it should look like. Your schedule should look like it. It doesn't mean that you need to do it exactly the way it's written here. So first of all, you have the possibility to be an everyday hacker or a regular hacker or a weekend hacker. So the sessions, the live sessions, are always on Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Athens time. And during some weeks, you will have more session because it's depending on the week content. So let's say the session starts at 7 p.m. So before the session, you should be warming up with the code challenges or reading the content and so on. And after the session, you can continue studying your self-paced guided learning, and we will be always around to help you through our ticket system that we implemented on Discord. We will come to that. On Wednesday, we'll always have the employability workshops, and we have 2 events per month. So one event is technical, and the second one is about soft skills and HR related. So it's like bi-weekly. 1 week you have a webinar, and 1 week and the other week you will have the employability workshop. So if you are a weekend hacker, so you will have mainly the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, to do all the work. Although we recommend that you spare some hours during the week, because just 2 days, it's not, it will be tight. And as Damian said, we really invite you to attend the live sessions if you have the time to do so.
And this is, allow me to add to the previous slide, Slim, that this is, again, as Slim said, this is like pretty much the minimum and the recommended. It is not perfect like that. You will be choosing, apart from the live classes, which are, and the employability workshops, okay, those must happen at a specific time. You can control your time. But this is what we think is the minimum you should follow. And as you will eventually learn, whatever you put in is what you're going to put out. So if you put in many hours of coding, of learning, this is what you'll get out success. If not, then you will not be as successful as you could be. Yeah. Sorry for jumping in, Slim.
Yeah, definitely, you're right, Damian. So one of the recurrent questions, and Damian just answered it, is, can I make my own schedule for the course? Yes, definitely, except for the live sessions, because the time and days are fixed. So it's always Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Athens time. Other than that, you can study at your own pace, and we will be always around to support you on Discord if you have questions, concern, if you are stuck, and so on. So, but what we suggest that you do is that you study regularly, study on weekends, and whenever you want, with your own schedule. So again, if you are a weekend hacker, try always to spare some hours during the week, because studying only the weekend, the 5 days where you stop learning, like you will need to warm up and to go through the content and to do the assignments and so on. So try to study regularly on a daily basis.
Yes, yes. What you put in is what you're going to take out. So the more you put in, the more you're going to take out. And we would like to address some common myths, sorry. And who is a good programmer? Who is it? You know, the media, television, Netflix now tells us you must be a great mathematician. No, you don't have to be a great mathematician. It doesn't hurt, but it's definitely not a requirement. Then good programmers must have bad communication skills. On the contrary, they must have great communication skills. Maybe back in the 90s, early 2000s, maybe a programmer didn't need great communication skills. Right now, the way companies work, it is an absolute must for you to be able to communicate effectively with your manager, with the senior developer that supports you, with the team you belong in, with stakeholders, clients, whatever. And that's a big part of the skills you're going to develop throughout the next 7 months. Then a good programmer should be able to fix a printer. Again, it doesn't hurt to fix a printer, but this is not a prerequisite. So we are not going to teach you how to fix printers at all. Then a good programmer is not creative. Yeah, again, it's a myth from maybe the 90s. It is important to be creative. For those who currently don't feel that you are not creative, don't worry. Again, will make you creative. You will develop this skill for sure.
And
then
also, sorry to jump in, Damien, creativity, it's not only about being artsy. Like, you can be creative in problem solving. You can be creative in how you deal with the bug to fix it and so on. So yeah, you can continue that. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And the good programmer, it must be a nerd and lonely person. Again, it's a myth. I think it hurts. It hurts the industry, and I don't think that's true at the moment.
All right. So what makes SHA special is all the services that we provide you all along the 7-month career track. So we have the live classes, which are recorded and can be watched on demand. The code challenges on a weekly basis, especially when you hit the JavaScript part with the live solution of the code challenges in the live session, with like the whole class, the code review. So every time you submit your assignments, you will have feedback on what you did. The pair programming, and the pair programming is applicable to the code challenges. So you will be on a monthly basis, we will generate the pairs, and you will be matched with someone from the class, and you will be working together to solve the code challenges. And from time to time, you will be assigned to solve them during the live session with your pair in front of the whole class, with the whole class support, of course. The help desk ticketing system that we implemented. We have some mentors with us who are generally our alumni that want to stick around and support the new students. We have the soft skills and employability workshops, and as Damien said, those are really important for your career afterwards. And we have 2 events per month. One is technical and the other one is HR and soft skills oriented.
So this is a long, very complicated slide, which is again what makes us different. So I will let you check it out a bit. To me, we really tried to develop the best possible experience for you as a student, as a learner, in order to get hired. And all these things are quite important for you to do. So we have many different kinds of pedagogies, instructor-led. We have live classes. We have project-based learning. We have community learning, fully hands-on. We do a lot of things in order for you to develop your skill set. We have the employability support, like, once again, the recorded videos, the curriculum gets updated. Like, I don't think there is a blockchain curriculum more updated than ours at the moment, because we really just finished it. You have 7 days of support through the help desk. So no matter when you study in the morning, you study in the evening, you study in the weekend, there is always someone there to answer your technical question. This is huge for you, as you always have a person to reach out to, essentially, and ask the question, figure out the bug you're currently facing. So that's very important. And of course, the scholarships that we mentioned earlier. By the way, I've seen the questions. We're wrapping up the presentation in like 3-5 minutes, so we'll get to you like very, very soon. Yeah, it's not mandatory to say what others are doing. It's important what we are doing and how we have built a learning experience that does get you employed. Maybe next slide, Slim, please.
Yep.
So We have this a lot. Like, does the job market needs blockchain developers? Yes, the job market, we essentially responded to the market needing blockchain developers. And that's why we are launching this career track for the first time. So they are definitely needed. Whatever you hear, there are a lot of things out there saying programmers are not like AI is going to do the job of the coding. That's, come on. Even if it does happen in 10, 20 years, by then you will have evolved in such a way that you might not be a coder anymore. You might have evolved to another role. Coding is a path to a career in technology. This is what we do here. The blockchain market was $4.9 billion and is expected to reach $67.4 billion by 2026. And the typical blockchain developer salary worldwide ranges from 80K to 100K. This sorry.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. So this might look astronomical to you. It still looks astronomical to me. I would invite you to go and search for developer salaries, blockchain developer salaries, and how big they can be. Yeah, I'm good, Slim. Thank you.
Thank you. So if you are going to study development, you will need some equipment. So the first and most important one is a stable internet connection. A computer, preferably with a minimum of 4 gigabytes of RAM, a processor of an Intel i5 or equivalent, a wide display, minimum 15 inches, and if possible to have a second monitor, and an operating system. So all the computers come with an operating system anyway, either it is Windows, Mac, or Linux.
If it is Linux though, I'm sorry for you that you have to deal with all the crap. So what does it take to succeed in the course? This is really all we need to see from your side during the pre-course. This is the important things. You don't have to be a great mathematician. You don't have to be a computer scientist, none of that. We are looking for determination, for desire to become a blockchain developer. You need to self-manage your time. There are so many distractions in all our lives, social media, our families, our friends, all that. You need to manage your time in a way, especially for those of you who are working, either full-time, part-time. You really need to pay a lot of attention to managing yourself. Then curiosity is very, very important. This, when it gets hard, and it will get hard real quick, your curiosity will be the force to guide you through the tough times. And we are here for those tough times. You are not alone. You should never feel alone. And when you do, reach out to your pair buddy, reach out to your instructor, reach out to myself or Slim. We are always here. Nobody should have challenges on their own. And of course, very, very important, growth mindset. This is something, it might be a new word for you. We have like a whole week in our soft skills training about fixed and growth mindset. We give you some tools to potentially develop a growth mindset, which we think is essential in order to join the tech industry. Next slide, please. The most important thing is to find your why now. Look inside of you and take the time to think, why do I want to be a blockchain developer? We don't want anyone here as a student, as a learner, who is not interested in becoming a blockchain developer. So you really need to look inside and figure out your why. Because when the tough times come, your why will help you. Your curiosity, as before, will help you. You need to know these things beforehand because this will keep you motivated. And you need all the motivation you can get because becoming a dev is really hard.
It's tough.
That's why the market pays the blockchain developers this much. It's not the tech industry is not, these people are not crazy. They are the smartest people I know. They pay these salaries because it's hard to become one. But hard doesn't mean impossible. We have developed the methodology for you to graduate. All you need is the things we mentioned before and to know your why.
And
Yes,
to follow
I think
the guidance and leverage the support we are providing you all along the career track.
So we have three ways. You can pay upfront, you can study now and pay later, and scholarships which we give to refugees, asylum seekers, and residents of rural areas in Greece. And to answer to the anonymous attendee, I work but earn a minimum wage. Does this exclude me? No, it does not exclude you. On the contrary, we want you there. We have many students who are working full-time jobs. They hustle more. Yes, it's harder for them, obviously, but it's absolutely possible to do it. And for you need to, depending on where you live, you can see here below the countries and the tiers of the pricing. Also, if you visit our website anyway, you will see the price that you are supposed to pay. So whatever is on the website is the amount you have to pay. And yeah, good luck on your journey. We'd love to have all of you in our classes. Our classes are open to all. What it takes is hustle, is working hard, very hard.
Thank you, Damian. So Mohammed is asking, will the session start at 18 or 19? So it's at 19 p.m. or 7 p.m. Athens time. I don't see a lot of other questions.
Yes. Type answer. No open questions at the moment.
Let me check the chat. No questions also in the
I
chat.
think we did an excellent job today, Slim.
Yeah.
That's
And
yeah.
wow.
By the way, don't feel the pressure to ask a question now. You can always ask it on Discord. So really, you've seen already that we are very active there. Yes, sorry, Slim.
Yeah, we have a couple of other questions. So, Mohammed, I have passed the interview and the pre-course, so congratulations, Mohammed, to have you with us. Diran, I stay in the UK. What time will it be here for me?
It's 5 o'clock. It's
5
-2 hours. So it's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. for you, Diran. And allow me to remind you that it's always available on demand.
Okay, Zabika, hi, if I have finished the pre-course and had my interview, am I accepted already? The admission team should get back to you about that as soon as possible. So you can hit them on Discord. I think you are already on Discord, Zabika. So you can ask that.
So you are
okay.
not accepted. You are not accepted yet, Sabika. Probably for the admissions team to not get back to you so far, they will do it sooner than later. But feel free to reach out to them anytime. Yes, and this is very important also for the other people to know that you must go through the pre-course and then you have an interview with the employability manager, and then you get a confirmation about you getting accepted. Abby says, thank you. Thank you, Abby, for showing up today. Hope sounds like you don't have any other question at the time. Mohammed says, sorry, I have submitted a part of the question, but that interview was for the class 20. What shall I do to transfer the acceptance to this one?
Nothing, Mohammed. We are aware of the situation and you are already in class 20.
Yes, congratulations. Not class 20, class 1.
Class 1 now. Yeah, he was in he submitted actually for class 20 full stack, and then he decided to switch to the blockchain career track. Perfect, Vika. I was not definitely before that. The course officially began on the 5th.
He asked about the live classes, I think. When does the live class starts? I think she means, right?
Yeah, the course, so the official starting date for the pre-course is the 14th of November, and you have until the 25th to complete it. And the class, the career track, will start on the 5th. So on the 5th, we will have the final students list for the class 1 of the blockchain career track. So yeah. And yes, very good question, Zavika, again. Around Christmas, is there a holiday break? So yeah, the last week of December is a week off for all SHA team, students included. So you will be able to party and have fun during that week. And then
or time to invest more, and since you might be off work, to invest it in learning. We really suggest it's always good to take time off and to take care of yourself mentally and physical health. But the more you study, the more you code, the better the result you will have. So yes, there will be a break, but I would suggest that you study during the break. Mohammed says, thank you so much indeed. Thank you, Mohammed. Yalcin says, is there any other titles of this job except blockchain developer? Great question. We didn't put it in the presentation. Yes, it's front-end developer. Through this course, the beginning, the first 3 months, is it?
4.
It's the 4. Yes, the first 4 months is like pure web developer, front-end web developer, and then we go to the blockchain part. So yes, it could be front-end, and then it could be many other things, depending on your interests and your background. For example, we've had students becoming business analysts. We had students becoming UI UX, business intelligence, technical project managers, all kinds of things. It's not the skill you will receive. It's not just for this, only for this thing. You can extend it to many, many other things, but this also depends on your interest. So if you are interested in UI UX, you might be already doing things. And this new knowledge that you acquire through studying in SHA, you also might choose to develop that skill. So it's really up to you. Slim, I feel that you wanted to answer something.
Yes, and also for blockchain developer is a wide naming. There are also smart contract developer as a job title. And maybe Ayed, you have any other job titles that you
can sure. What I was about to say earlier on is that blockchain in general is just a way to get into, like, a blockchain developer is essentially or mainly a software developer that uses blockchain technologies, tools, and so on and so forth, infrastructures and all these things, and implement them on what he or she already knows as a software developer. So You could be a front-end developer, you can be a back-end developer, you could be a full-stack developer, you could be a desktop developer, not even a web developer, and you could get into the whimsical and fantastical world of blockchain. So you could you could, I don't know, think of it as a gateway into other things. You know, blockchain, you could have a career track in blockchain as a blockchain expert or blockchain architect or blockchain developer, consultant. There are a plethora of certifications out there that you could continue your career on, and you don't necessarily want to limit yourself on just like blockchain development. It's just think of it, like I said, as a gateway into other really important things. Yeah.
Opportunities.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayat. And
Yes, thank you again. I never realized so many things can happen via this blockchain. Awesome. Sabika, you are already becoming my next favorite student. So yes, I am a pusher. I love pushing people. I love pushing myself. Also, I will not be interacting with you a lot, maybe at all, during the 7 months. So I only have like this hour to transfer what I think is essential for you to graduate. So that's why I'm taking this opportunity to push you. I'm sure my colleagues will push you as well, but we've been placing hundreds of people now in the last 5 years. I've seen it all. I talk with HR managers every day. I know their needs. We build our career tracks based on the recruiters. So that's why I'm repeating the same things all the time. It's not that hard. And allow me to answer the next Sabika's question is, which I don't remember if we ever got asked this, Slim. Do you remember?
no,
I don't think so. I have been expecting this question, Sabika, for a very long time to say this. And Sabika asks, your fees compared to other bootcamps, for example, is way less. Is there a reason for that? Yes, there is a big reason. And before I give you the reason, it's not just that the price tag is lower, it's also the services are the highest. And I challenge anyone, honestly, go and find another bootcamp that offers all these things together. So with any price tag, don't worry about the price tag at all. Find a bootcamp that does code review to all your codes, that does live classes, asynchronous learning, synchronous learning, Ticketbox, the community, weekend hackers, all that things. It's not possible. The reason we are able to have such small fees is that we are a non-profit organization. We are not here to make money. Of course, we have our salaries. Sorry, I have some weird echo in my... Anyway, you can hear me, right? You don't have any problem. I got some weird echo, first time ever. So, yes, we are a non-profit organization. We don't have any investors waiting to make money out of what we do. On the contrary, we have investors sponsoring, like in this case, the scholarships. So essentially the people who will not be paying because they belong to the groups we described earlier, we find someone else to pay for their cost. So we really go above and beyond to make our career tracks as accessible to everyone. Everyone who wants to study with us should be able to study with us. And that's why our fees are really, really small.
Okay, so anonymous attendee, hi everyone, it's great to be here. It's great to have you with us. May I ask if we can get the link of the slides, if it's possible? I don't think we can share the link to the slides. Although
Actually,
you
I did.
just
I
did.
did. You can. You can.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. We can.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And also tomorrow we will share the recording of this info session, so you can watch it again on demand. Sorry, so Amar is asking, can I reach to the pre-course before registration, or should I register first to be able to reach the pre-course? Yes, you should register, fill the registration form, then you will be redirected to join our Discord and to the platform where you can find the pre-course. Yeltsin, thank you, because when I search a job as blockchain developer, I don't see too much position with it, but thank you. It makes sense now. Thank you for asking, Yeltsin.
Yeah, let me also jump in this one. It's not always, they don't always use blockchain developer. They use sometimes some weird names that I can't follow, to be honest. And you can also look at Solidity developers. Yeah. So let me write it for you. I'm going to write it in the chat. So it also can be engineers, but don't focus on how many job positions there are. Because, okay, for our other course, our full stack course, that is like with the highest, like of all job descriptions, this is the highest companies are looking for. It's not that there are hundreds of thousands of blockchain developers positions, but the ones that are, nobody can fill them. That's why, as I mentioned before, we are a non-profit organization. Our goal is to get you hired, and we've done significant research. It's our second career track after full stack. There is a reason we are offering this. We want to get you hired with very high salaries.
Okay, so
let me take Sabika. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I know a little when I can see someone. Yes, thank you, Sabika. Is there a company job placement, for example, if you do well on this course, not just job support? Sabika, you are nailing this. All the questions to get today is excellent. No, there is no direct job placement. We don't want to do that. Trust me, companies want to do that. Because in this case, what other bootcamps are doing, companies go to them and say, we'll pay you money to give us 1 engineer, 2 engineers, 5 engineers, whatever that is. And then the bootcamp has to give them engineers or whatever. Anyway, and this is not good for you, because the company who is willing to do that have a very bad reputation and cannot find developers in another way. So that means, to me, it's a toxic work culture. It's a bad team. Maybe they are doing also, because blockchain is connected with financial things. There are some companies out there who are doing sketchy things, and we don't want to be a part of it. So we do have many companies that are coming to us, and we share with our alumni the job descriptions. So we share the job advertisement with you. We do that, but we do not directly place you. We shouldn't do that. And then another side benefit is that you develop the skill. It's mandatory skill for you to go through the application, submit your CV, fail for 10 times, get the 11th or the 20th. It's good. It's part of the learning. You must go to the job interview. You must learn how to prepare for the job interview. Because if we take you and put you there, you learn nothing. And we can achieve both things. We can teach you the required things, skills that will stay with you forever, apart from the technical skills. The technical skills, for me, is not the important thing here. The important thing is all the other skills, the soft skills, the employability skills. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. We have been offered to do that, but it's not a good practice, trust me. Then I will take Sabika's, as I said. So why the pre-course is taught on Python and the front-end part is focused on JavaScript. Sabika, maybe after you graduate, we have to hire you. So why is that? Because yes, we do. The front end is absolutely focused on JavaScript. You are correct. Python is a great language to understand if coding is for you. This is why we are using Python for that reason, and we don't teach Python in any of our courses at all. Python is a great way for you to realize, is programming for me or not? This is what the pre-course is about. The pre-course, we don't make you go through the pre-course because we don't like you. We like you very much. We would love all of you to join our classes. But you need to see if coding is for you. And coding is tough. And at the same time, while you learn Python, you develop some small projects that you can put in your portfolio, and you can add it also in your CV. Not as an expert in Python, but Python is a very important programming language.
Okay, so I'm taking Andrew's question. Hi, this course looks great and I'm definitely interested. I'm enrolling on a full stack front-end plus back-end course in November for a year. I will be spending the first half of the year learning front-end. I'm wondering if I would be able to focus more on the blockchain side of things in this course, as a lot of my time is primarily on that course. I'd love to learn Solidity and blockchain dev though. All right, so Andrew, from a time management perspective, if you are already enrolled in another course or bootcamp or whatever, it would be tough for you to focus on both and to give the required amount of hours of learning, practicing, and so on. Even though the first part of our career track is about front-end and the last 2 months are about blockchain, we suggest that if you are joining our bootcamp, to make our bootcamp your primary focus. So that's my
It's not
answer.
Yeah, it's not we do this because we don't like other bootcamps, or we just think that this is the best way for you to graduate and get placed. Also, it will be, you need to be going through the course. You need to have the attendance. You need to do the code challenges. You cannot reach blockchain. You cannot just pay your way to blockchain. You earn your way to Solidity. So if you can do both, if you are the master of time management, maybe you should go for it. Maybe this is not the right time for you. At some point in the future, we will do a course just with Solidity. We don't know when, but it will happen. I would assume in the first half of next year, of 2023. So if right now you have other commitments, you can wait for that. You can follow us on social media and keep in touch with us.
Join our Discord community.
Join our Discord community. Yeah. Yes. And join our events also, because
Yep.
it's not, sometimes maybe if now the time is not right for you, maybe it will be in a little while, and whatever you do, focus on that. So if you're studying full stack, focus that, learn that, acquire some level of mastery in it, and then go and expand to Solidity and other technologies. This is one of the biggest problems. And I get it. You are curious, you want to learn, you want to expand. But if you are learning just to learn, okay. But if you are learning in order to start your career in tech, then focus on this one thing, learn it, get the job, and then on your extra time, you do whatever you want.
Thank you, Damian. So, Diran, I'm trying to join Discord through my email, but I could not. I just shared the Discord link in the chat, and I think you just joined if Didi is your nickname. Omer, please tell us about project, how we can do experience. I mean, in the IT market, all company looking for experience at least 2 years, and we need experience. Yes, companies always put a minimum of 2 years of experience. Sometimes you can find entry-level jobs, but for you to showcase your experience will be through the projects that you will be creating during the bootcamp, your GitHub account with all the applications you created. So you need to show. And our employability track with the support of our employability team will help you go through and to find a workaround of this 2 years experience. We are placing people freshly
we are placing
graduated.
everyone who is willing to work hard and get a job. Don't worry about it. For example, I can say a story about we are currently looking. We have an open position in our company. If you look at the requirements, I'm not really looking for all of this. You cannot, like, there is always people applying with less qualifications. Don't let that scare you. Don't worry about the 2 years. They know. They know. We are placing everyone. Don't worry about getting the job. Worry about focusing and working hard. Because if you do work hard, you will develop your skills. Through the development of your skills, you will have a great portfolio. And any HR manager who sees a good portfolio, they will hire you. Maybe not for that position, because, okay, maybe for a position, 2 years is a mandatory. Okay. And then it depends on what kind of company you're looking at. So in the sphere of blockchain and the fintech of Web3, there are some companies who are looking for junior levels with 2 years. Yes, but these are the top companies. The top company probably will not hire you to start with. They might hire you after a year. So there are all kinds of opportunities. You just need to develop your skill set. That's the hard part. Getting the job is the easy part once you have the skills. I will take all of Zabika's. It's just Zabika today, so that's great. That's very interesting. No one talks about during the job placement stuff. Yes, I'll come back to you next July. Yes, Zabika, really looking forward to support you one-on-one when you graduate, although you will not need my pushing. We have a worst pusher who is not with us today. We have Hanan, our employability manager. So if you think I push, wait to meet her. we have an inside joke inside the company of having like Hanan's standard. So during the interview with her, prepare and express your enthusiasm, your motivation, because you need to go through Hanan. Sabika, yes, Sabika says she liked the solo learn way of teaching the basics. Thank you. Yes, it's weird. Everything you say is great. My Discord, sorry. So this is why it's called development. First, you need to develop yourself to become one. No, I don't know. I haven't thought of that question. So now Sabika brings different questions I never thought about. Freaking awesome. So yes, develop yourself, develop your skill set. That's why people make 80K, 50K, 100K. They are not crazy out there. I will take the last one. Challenge accepted. I have seen his comments on the pre-course. Okay.
Okay, Diran, I will write my email address in the chat so you can send me there and we will set a call to troubleshoot your Discord issue, because I don't think we can do it right now. So here.
Let me take Stefan's question as it's for me. Is it clear that in the first half of 2023, you will create a full Solidity? We already have a full Solidity course. We're just going to make it like solo. So it's not going to be a career track as we have right now, because we create these career tracks under the premise that you are not a developer and you want to get hired. So that's why we call them career tracks. It starts from 0 to hero. So we'll create a small Solidity bootcamp. Stefan, it's 8 months earlier than half of 2023. So I will not sign any contracts with you today that we are going to have. But let's say you are not the first person asking to have this solo. But our focus always is on our career tracks. And then you have previous knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's awesome. If you also have a portfolio, a significant portfolio that you can show this, then okay, probably the career track, maybe the career track is not for you. If you don't have a solid portfolio, then I would suggest that even if you know some of the things or most of the things, for you to jump in, build your portfolio, do the pair programming, do the employability, because from week 1, you don't do just hard skills. You don't do only programming skills. You do the employability skills. So just for that alone, I think it's worth sorry, I got distracted by Andrew's question. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, yeah, let's go to the next one.
So Stefan, what is the best opinion to wait for that course or go on with this bootcamp? So with the current parameters we have, I would say to go with this one.
The time is now.
Yeah.
The time is always now, Stefan. And it's not, don't focus on the JavaScript part. The other things are more important that we teach you. Andrew, yeah, let me take it, Slim, I think. No, sorry. Maybe you take it or I get, I don't know.
I would say maybe I had, but let me read the question. So with the blockchain part consisting of a fair amount of theory and around 2 months of learning, how does this enable you to become proficient? Okay, so our course is split into sprints. So first it's split into weeks, and then each week is split into sprints. And during those sprints, you will have to follow some kind of a tutorial, to test things around, to do a lot of practice. And that's what will make you become proficient. And if you remember from the slides, curiosity. You need to be curious, you need to go the extra mile, you need to put the extra hours. That's how you become proficient. We are guiding you towards that objective with our support, with the knowledge base we have in the course, with the live sessions, with the assignment, the feedback, and so on. But it's on you to become proficient. And you can become,
And then what is proficient? Like, how do you define? Like, building a DAO makes you proficient? If that, then yes, you do become proficient. Like, what is proficiency anyway, as a term? So it always depends on you. We are here to support you where we think you should be.
Yep.
I agree.
Just if I may, just to follow up on what Slim said. Yeah, 2 months, like Andrew said, maybe might seem like a short period of time to learn all the essentials of blockchain, but essentially this particular field is a whole sea of things. There are a whole plethora of new information and knowledge, and is in constant development and in constant change. So you'd have, like Slim said, you'd really have to go the extra mile and push forward and just search for new information and read articles, join Discord servers, and all of these things. I've been working on this field and with blockchain technology for the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, and I'm still learning all new stuff, even with things that I've thought that I got a grasp on and knew the basics of, but it's always in constant change and constant development. So you really need to have like an open mind, and you need to like push forward and always I don't know, have the motivation to learn new things, essentially. Yeah.
So yeah,
We
Andrew,
will not teach you everything here. We cannot
we
teach you
cannot.
everything. It's as Sabika says, that's why I love tech. It's constantly evolving. It never finishes, especially this incredible world of Web3 and new fintech solutions. It's really crazy what you guys will eventually be working on. Sorry, Slim.
Yeah, and yeah, by the end, the outcome in the final project, let's say, you will be able to create your smart contracts to link them to a front-end application, so that you will create a decentralized application. So, and that could be your ticket to be employed as smart contract developer, front-end developer, or Solidity developer. So yeah. Yes, Savika, the final project is the graduation project, and it will be, you will have 1 month to develop the final project.
You are taking Sabika's answer questions now.
Sorry.
And, anyway, I will let this one slide. I'm sure Sabika will have more and better questions to come, so I will take that opportunity.
So I think Savika is dry on question. No,
I believe
yeah.
it here. No, see, I told you, love the attitude here. And it has to go. Yes, we'll go as well, Sabika. If you run out of questions, I guess your colleagues also are out of questions. Any questions, any further questions you might have, always on Discord. Also, you now have Slim's email. I am writing in the chat any questions regarding, in particular, admissions process, payments, scholarships, any other questions that they might come later. You can send them. Sorry, I sent it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah. Okay, I sent it just to Slim. So yes, it's admissions@socialhackersacademy.org. Actually, all of our emails are like that. So like, I'm Damien at socialhackersacademy.org, Ayed at socialhackersacademy.org. So you can reach out to us individually on Discord or via email. A special shout to Dimitar, who joined for all the info session. Dimitar is part of our team. Thank you, Dimitar, for arranging this webinar and bringing these lovely people here. So thank you.
Another question from Zavika. When shall we expect the admissions email? As soon as possible, but if you are impatient, you can go ahead and reach out to Hanan or Zainab on Discord, and they will get back to you even faster, I guess.
We like impatient people here. Showing your interest in this way is very good for us. and for Hanan, our employability manager / gatekeeper of the admissions door. So if you want to enter that door, you have a way now. And about the vibe that someone said before, the atmosphere, it's we love what we do. I don't remember your name. We love what we do. For us, this is celebration, getting to know just a little bit of you, seeing this excitement that most of you have. This is how this is the coolest thing for us. So we are thankful for the vibe you are allowing us to create. Thank you, Sabika, for your questions and attention. Maybe Slim, let's wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, tomorrow we will share the recording of the info session on our YouTube channel. We will share it also, the link to it on Discord. You know where to find us. You have our emails, the Discord link, and we will be always around to support you with your questions, concerns, everything. And we're also excited to have all of you in our next class. And let's kick off this amazing journey together.
Thank you all. Thank you, Slim. Thank you, Ayed. Dimitar.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Have a wonderful end of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Looking forward, Zabika.